There's a quote that said, changed my life. It said, sometimes on a way to a dream, you get lost and find a bigger one. You're a little bit lost right now. It's kind of where you are. Not that you're lost. Many people would love to have your life being lost right now, so there's got to be gratitude and perspective, but you expect more from yourself, and you feel like you can do more, you can contribute more, and you can go to a whole different level. I love operating businesses, okay? So for example, I sit with my Goldman guy, and we just had a nice multi-nine-figure exit 4 weeks ago. So we're sitting there, and he's saying, so what do we want to do with this? We're talking to we're talking to all these guys on what to put a portion of the money in. And he said, and I said, so how much is this going to give? If we put $50 million here, what is this going to be in 10 years? And don't give me the best case scenario. Give me the worst case. He says that 50 could potentially be 100 million 10 years from now. Well, that doesn't excite me. I said, what's the best case? He said, maybe it's going to be 125 million. So he doesn't even tell me the 50 is going to be 300 million, like over-exaggerate. He's being very straight up. He's a very conservative guy. So I said, okay, cool. He says, Patrick, this is during dinner. He said the most amazing thing to me. He says, Pat, no matter what you put your money in with us, nothing you're doing right now in your life is going to make higher returns than whatever you operate. Look what he said. Whatever you operate. Because operating, I know how to grow and scale a business. You know how to operate and grow this. This didn't go to where it did by pure luck. You have a system behind it. You're a data guy, you're a numbers guy, you're all that stuff, right? Sooner I found out I'm an operator, that's my game. I'm not a guy that's going to build a $17 billion real estate portfolio. That's not my game. I'm not a guy that's going to go out there and, be the next Bitcoin guy and talking. I'm a Maximil, I'm not that guy. Yeah. I'm an operator. I like starting businesses, building businesses. You got to take a piece of paper and write out for yourself what excites you, what are you very good at, and match those two. If what excites you matches what you're very good at, that's peaking. Yeah. If what I'm doing, I'm an expert at is this, but this excites me as well as this, that matches, I'm solid. But sometimes, like I've taken 3 breaks creating content. 3 breaks creating content. One was at 20,000 subs. One was at 455. One was at 1.5, and one was at 3.2 that we took a break. We took those 3 breaks. And I think sometimes, just like Johnny Carson, Fallon, just like these guys got to take a break and just go away and say, hey, what are we going to do? Who's the next guest? What are we going to do with this part? What are we going to change up? Are we going to add something new to the show? The same thing's got to happen, because if the product becomes the same over and over again and you're not recreating with the times changing. So I have a guy comes up to me. I'm not going to mention his name, but you'll know who this guy is. We're having a conversation together. And he says, man, my YouTube channel went from 200,000 to 1.5 million subs in 12 months. And we were getting millions on top of millions of views. 25,000 people would stay live when I was doing any kind of thing. And I'm lucky if I get 50, 60, 80. I said, yeah. I said, can you pull up those videos that did very well? He pulls up the videos. I said, okay, 5G, masks, COVID. No one cares about those 3 today. Nobody does. And you still want to talk about 5G, masks, and COVID. Once you go into a certain box like that and you don't adapt quickly, you're gone. Yeah. So as content creators, we have to constantly recreate ourselves. If we don't, you're like that person that was a motivational speaker in the 60s and 70s and 80s and still saying the same message from 60s, 70s, 80s. Nobody cares today. They respect you. You got to kind of adjust, or else you're going to be left behind. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I lose that sharpness, though, after so many years, when you don't have that same level of focus and that same drive as you did when it was new. And because of that, you have a harder time adapting.
True, but you're not 72.
It's true.
You're young. How old are you? You're
32.
You're 32 years old. Like you're like, just so you know, like your next 20 years is, you're like, the next 20 years you're going to do 100 times what you did the last 10 years. It's not even close. So you mean to tell me I'm going to wake up one day, I'm 32 years old, I got a channel that's got 4 million subs, another one that's got 880, I've got a few billion online views, I'm everywhere, I'm respected, people calling me I have a good net worth, I've done well for myself, I have a voice that's heard by tens of millions of people. What do I now want to do with this voice? I will tell you, if it's just subs, you'll eventually get bored. But if I want to do X, Y, Z with this, it'll excite the hell out of you.
If you enjoyed this video, I gave a keynote a few weeks ago in Las Vegas, specifically on the topic of cracking a code
to content creation. If you've not seen it, click here to watch it. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.